Any bond?
Yes, Your Honor, he's unable to.
Where is he going to be living upon release?
He'll be going to the Salvation Army. It's where he's been staying. Been there before. He's been staying there.
Do me a favor. Give me the case number, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. The case number in this case is 20 MM 3524AO.
And I know state hasn't made a filing decision on this yet. State, I can treat this as a first appearance if you have a plea offer. Do you?
No.
State your response on the ROR.
Yes, Your Honor. The property manager for Baptist Terrace is just concerned that he keeps coming back to the property and, refuses to leave. They are concerned that his behavior may be consistent with some sort of mental health issues that they believe are escalating. And they also think that the behaviors are very stressful to his mother, who's a resident there. And so they did not want to see him released without bond.
Okay.
They were, the ASA for the case had talked about perhaps there could be a PTR mental health evaluation.
Are you Mr. Sweat?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your attorney's here, and he's arguing a motion for your release and your own recognizance. I'm going to deny your request for ROR, but I am going to put him on pretrial release. Corrections, I'll put him on non-monetary pretrial release. Mr. Sweat, you're going to be released without having to post monetary bonds. You're standing in front of me. I'm going to give you the conditions. You are not to go back to the scene of the crime. No return to that. You're not to have any weapons. Additionally, if there are any other trespass orders that are out there, you need to abide by any trespass orders. Sir, your attorney is present. Do you have anything else for him, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Sweat?
No, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May I have excuse?
Yes. Thank you, counsel.
They got it. Spanish. They already know.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is the Spanish interpreter.
Have you been sworn in?
Yes, I have.
Give me just a moment.
Your Honor, we have a victim also that needs the interpreter.
Madam Interpreter, I'm going to need you to broadcast live and have him go off headset because of the victim.
No problem, Your Honor. I'm going to not connect to the microphone until after the victim because it'll cause interference.
Okay. Can you have the victim raise her right hand? Do you solemnly swear that testimony you'll give today is the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Esto es para la víctima. Por favor, levante la mano derecha para prestar juramento. ¿Jura usted que la declaración que va a dar va a ser la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad? ¿Lo jura ante Dios?
Sí, lo juro.
Yes, I do.
Ma'am, can you tell me your name?
Señora, por favor, indique su nombre.
Es María García.
Okay.
Perdón, más alto.
María García.
María García.
Sir, what is your name?
¿Y usted, señor, cuál es su nombre?
Christian Vargas.
Christian Vargas.
Sir, you're here for case number 2020 MM3844, as well as a charge of no valid driver's license.
Señor, usted se encuentra aquí en el caso 20MM3844 por conducir sin licencia válida.
Maria, how do you know Mr. Vargas? Is this your husband?
Señora María, ¿cómo es que usted conoce al señor Vargas? ¿Acaso es el esposo suyo?
Es mi esposo.
He is my husband.
Were you living together at the time of this incident?
Cuando este incidente ocurrió, ¿ustedes estaban viviendo bajo el mismo techo?
Sí.
Do you want him to return home?
¿Y usted desea que regrese al hogar?
¿Perdón?
¿Usted desea que él regrese al hogar?
Sí.
Yes.
Are you afraid of him?
¿Acaso le tiene usted temor a él?
No.
No.
Is he going to qualify for pretrial release?
He did
¿Él
not.
cualifica para libertad provisional?
He did not qualify due to the out on bond case.
Debido al caso que tiene fianza previamente, él no cualifica para libertad provisional.
Mr. Vargas, you also have a charge of no valid driver's license. I think that was because you were driving without a license.
Señor Vargas, usted también tiene una acusación de conducir sin licencia porque parece ser que estuvo conduciendo sin ella.
Sí, estuve y
267?
Yes, I was.
Withhold. Oh. One moment, Madam Interpreter. Sir, if you would like to close your case for no valid driver's license, you can say guilty or no contest, and I will withhold and impose court costs of $267, giving you until February 1st of 2020 to pay. Do you want to do that?
Señor, si le interesa a usted resolver el caso por conducir sin licencia válida, podrá declararse sea culpable o no me opongo y recibiría dictamen de culpabilidad en suspensión con costas judiciales de $267 y le concedería a usted hasta el 1 de febrero del 2020 para saldar la cantidad. ¿Le interesa hacer eso?
sí,
Yes.
Do you plead guilty, no contest, or not guilty to the charge of no valid driver's license?
Ante la acusación de conducir sin licencia válida, ¿se va a declarar usted culpable, inocente o no me opongo?
culpable.
Guilty.
No.
And
Sorry.
do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you will be subject to deportation by pleading to this charge?
¿Usted entiende que al presentar tal declaración por esta acusación quedaría usted sujeto a deportación de los Estados Unidos si no es ciudadano de este país?
Sí.
Yes.
And if you were already on probation when you committed this offense by pleading today, do you understand your probation would be violated?
Y si usted se encontraba ya cumpliendo régimen de libertad vigilada cuando cometió este ilícito, le acusarán de haber incumplido con tal régimen. ¿Entiende?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, sir, on the no valid driver's license charge, I'm withholding, imposing court cost. I'll give you until February 1st of 2021 to pay.
Entonces, señor, con respecto a la acusación de conducir sin licencia válida, impondré dictamen de culpabilidad en suspensión y costas judiciales por pagar. Y le concederé hasta el 1 de febrero del 2021 para saldar dicha cantidad.
Madam Interpreter, the next thing I'm going to say you don't need to interpret. Corrections, now will he qualify for PTR?
You're going to court order him on the battery domestic to PTR?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, state any objection.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Vargas, you're going to be released on the no valid driving, and I'm also going to release you on pretrial release for the charge of battery.
Muy bien, señor Vargas. Será puesto en libertad por la acusación de conducir sin licencia válida y también se le va a poner en libertad con el programa de libertad provisional por la acusación de agresión física.
Do you want a lawyer to help you with your domestic violence case in the future?
Díganos, para el caso que tiene usted por violencia doméstica, ¿desea tener un abogado que le represente a usted en el futuro?
No.
No.
Sir, at this time, I'm going to put you on pretrial release for the charge of battery.
Entonces, por la acusación de agresión física, en este momento dado, se le impone libertad provisional.
You are not allowed to have any weapons. If you have any, they need to be given to the police department within 4 hours of your release.
Prohibido usted la tenencia de armas. Si acaso las tiene, tendrá que entregárselas a la policía dentro de un plazo de 4 horas en el momento que se ha puesto en libertad.
You also cannot have any hostile contact or do anything to harm your wife or anybody in your family.
Tampoco se le permitirá a usted tener ningún tipo de contacto hostil. No puede hacer nada para lastimarle a su esposa o quien sea en su familia.
Do you have any questions for me, sir?
¿Me tiene alguna pregunta que hacer, señor?
No.
No.
Maria, do you have any questions for me?
María, ¿acaso usted tiene alguna pregunta?
A mí me gustaría aclarar esto. No sé si
I
me
would like to
permitiría.
clarify all of this. Sí, dígame.
Okay, if you do you want him to return home?
Señora, ¿usted desea que regrese al hogar?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, he can return home, but he cannot do anything to harm or threaten you, and he can't have any weapons.
Muy bien. Se le va a permitir a él regresar al hogar, pero él estará prohibido de hacerle nada a usted que le pueda lastimar, no le puede amenazar, ni tampoco estará permitido la tenencia de armas.
Is that okay? Is that acceptable, agreeable to you?
¿Le parece aceptable eso? ¿Usted está bien con eso?
Sí.
¿Perdón?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, thank you both.
Bien, gracias a ambos.
Sir, what's your name?
Give me a second, Your Honor. I'm going to make the connection.
Thank you.
Connection is established.
Sir, what is your name?
Pedro Avega. Avega.
Pedro Adena?
Pedro Villa. Wait, it's Pedro Antonio Vega Colon. Is that what we're showing? Is that your name?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Vega Colon, you're here in case number 2019 CF 15188. I'm going to appoint a public defender. And then you're also already out on bond for a charge of possession of cocaine. The bondsman came off that bond. So a 19 CF 15188. I'm sorry, strike that. I'll go ahead and give you a new bond of $1,000. And on the out on bond, give him a new bond of $1,000. And on the no motor vehicle registration, I'll release you ROR. Does he have reporting requirements based on his history corrections?
No, Your Honor. And the bond has already been set for the possession of cocaine at $1,000.
Okay. So I'm going to release you ROR on the no valid motor registration. Good luck to you, sir. And you have a public defender to assist you. Thank you. Good morning. What is your name?
I'm Martín Pana.
I'm going to appoint a public defender to help you with your case. Can you get a valid driver's license in the future, within the next 6 months?
Sí, estoy buscando cómo lo hago, porque necesito. Este mes se quedó sin trabajo, no hay nada para comprar la comida, el cuarto. Mi hija ahora solita está en la casa, no sé qué vas a comer ahora.
I'm going to try to do the best that I can because right now, for these months, I've ended up without a job and I haven't been able to buy food or pay for the home and house. And my daughter is in the household by herself and I don't know what's going on with her.
Okay, I need you to try to get a valid license before your next court date. I'm going to release you ROR on your own recognizance.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Next, I think is that everything for the Spanish interpreters, BRC?
We got one more, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Sir, what is your name?
Joandri Santi Esteban.
Joan Santis Esteban.
Sir, you're here for cases out of Walton County, Florida. I'm going to give you a bond. Your bond is going to be $1,000 per count for a total of $5,000. Sir, you must go to your next court date in Walton County on June 23rd at 9 a.m. This will be on your paperwork. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Your case is over.
Son $5,000, ¿verdad?
It's $5,000, right?
$5,000 total.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's everything, Madam Interpreter.
Thank you. The interpreter will disconnect.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. What is your name?
My name is Yusuf Tawfiq.
Okay. Corrections, is Tarifi present? Any witnesses?
No, that's my father.
Okay, I'm talking to corrections. Hold on just a moment.
I apologize.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
No. I mean, no, I'd like to talk myself and just see what I can do.
Okay, I'm going to give you a bond. I want you to keep in mind that all of your statements are being recorded and
That's
can be
fine.
used against you.
I
Sir.
don't know. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Dexter. If you change your mind during a conversation, you want a lawyer, let me know. Sir, you are entitled to a bond. State $500.
Yes, Your Honor.
I see he does qualify for pretrial release. I'm going to deny that. I'm not going to consider that without speaking to the victim. Sir, your bond. Put your hand down.
May I just explain to you my perspective really quickly, ma'am?
Yes, you may now.
What happened was it was all a misunderstanding. I didn't even hit him or nothing. All I did was push him because he got close to me. She's taking me permission to talk. Do I talk or do I stop? I don't know.
I've already advised you that your statements can be used against
It's
you.
fine. It's fine. He like a week ago, I got Baker acted, and it was the same reason. And then this time, I was trying to Baker act him because his mental health was. I just wanted him to get professional help. And when the cops came, my dad showed him the video, and like on the video, because you can't hear it, it just looks. I pushed him 3 times.
All right. I'm going to interrupt you.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I find probable cause. You've now admitted to probable cause. Don't interrupt me.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm setting your bond at $500. You're to have no contact with your father.
But
You're
I
not
was trying to help him.
Stop, please.
I care for him.
Okay, well,
I cook for him and clean after him. Like he.
sir,
he
you
lives
no
here without
return
me.
to the home,
Pardon?
and you're not allowed to return to
I'm
the
moving
home.
out.
I'll
I
give you a
don't mind.
one-time exception.
Can I pick up
The
my stuff?
one-time exception
Yes.
is that you have to be with a police officer to get those belongings, and you're not to possess any weapons.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you changed your mind, and do you want an attorney now?
Yes, I'd love an attorney.
Okay, I'll appoint a public defender. Thank you.
Do I just leave? How do I pay the bond? No, I mean like who? Like, what's paid?
You can appoint a PD. You wanted one at the end. Are you Marcus Brandy?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Brandy. You're here in case number 20 CF 6569. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case? It's a lawyer.
Yes, ma'am, I would like to public.
All right, I'll go ahead and appoint a lawyer to help you. Sir, I find probable cause for the charge of possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of cannabis, possession of drug paraphernalia, as well as resisting officer without violence. I'll go ahead and stay all the bonds. Anything else, counsels?
So I have
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you.
bond. I got bond. The bond stay correct, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
That's $5,450. Are you Adrian Diaz Torres?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sir, you're here for a few different cases, which I'll address. In case number 2020 CF6, do you want a public defender to help you with your case first
Yes,
and
ma'am.
foremost? Okay, I'll appoint a public defender. I find probable cause in 2020 CF6545 for burglary of a dwelling. Stay the bond at $5,000, no return to the scene of the crime. In case number 2020 CF, and for the second charge of petty theft, I'll set a bond of $100. 2020 CF 6546, I find probable cause for burglary of a dwelling, set bond at $5,000. Possession of heroin, $150, no return to the scene of the crime. And you're also being held in 19 CF 10069. You failed to appear for your court date for battery with one prior. You'll continue to be held at no bond. Your attorney can communicate with you after court. Good luck to you, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
You're welcome, sir. Arthur Gray. Are you Mr. Gray?
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Gray. You're here for case number 2020 CF 6563. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
No.
Okay, if you change your mind, let me know. Sir, you're here for a charge of soliciting without permit. If you would like to plead to that case, I'll do a withhold time served offer. And you'll be released, and I'll give you until February of next year to pay your court cost. How do you plead to the charge of soliciting without permit?
Guilty.
All right, and if you are on probation, do you understand that by pleading today, your terms of probation would be violated?
No, I'm not on probation.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you would be subject to deportation by pleading to this charge?
Correct. I am a citizen.
Do you need any more time to speak with a lawyer about your panhandling charge?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'll release you. I'll give you a time-served sentence and a withhold. I'll give you until February 1st of 2021 to pay your court costs. Sir, you're also here for a charge of possession of methamphetamine. I do find probable cause. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, but you do need to appear for your future court dates and provide an address where you can send mail. Are you sure you don't want a lawyer for that?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Do you like when I clip them back to you? What's your name, please?
DeAndre Owens.
Mr. Owens, you're here for a number of cases. Do you want a public defender to help you with your cases?
Yes.
That's a lawyer? Okay. Sir, you're here for a warrant from out of county, case number 6320 CF46. I have verified the warrant. It's for 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. Your total bond is $150,000. I'm also going to order that you possess no weapons. Sir, you're here for also an Orange County case, 2020 CF 6562. You're here for 2 counts of grand theft of a firearm, 2 counts of carrying a concealed weapon, and 1 count of providing false information to a law enforcement officer. I will modify those bonds on count 2. I'll stay the bond on count 1. On count 2, it'll be 150, count 3, 100, count 4, 100, and count 5, 150. Sir, I'm also ordering that you not possess any weapons. You do have a public defender who's going to help you with your cases. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, the next person on the docket, Sharon Thompson, refused.
Okay. I did have a competency issue on that. She has cases out of Osceola County. Give me just a moment to look up what's going on with that. I'm going to appoint a public defender.
Your Honor, may we waive her appearance?
Yes. All right. She was previously found competent on the grand theft. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. That was a different person. Disregard. All right. On Sharon Thompson, I'm appointing a PD. She did reviews. I'll go ahead and stay the bond at $1,000. No contact with the victim. No return to the scene of the crime. I'll do a one-time return as long as she's accompanied by a police officer. It was a roommate theft. Do you want to no, she just said waive, right?
Waive, yes, thank you.
Ronald Beloit is next. Is that you, sir?
Yes.
Sir, you're here for a charge of trespass on property. I do find probable cause. I'm going to give you a plea offer. I have considered your criminal history. The offer is 4 days in the county jail, and you have credit for 1 day, so you'd be released in 3 days. Otherwise, I'll give you a bond. I'll consider the bond. Do you want a lawyer to help you?
Well, in fact, I don't need the plea because I didn't break any law. I asked to give an explanation. The situation is even behind the dumpster of a Burger King store. A security guard called the police to arrest me. I was only trying to take a nap because the police officers keep going to my landlords and cause me to be homeless. Now, I'm not taking no plea on this.
Sir, I'm going to interrupt you. Thank you for explaining that to me. Because of our conversation, I'm concerned about your ability to understand what's going on. I'm going to appoint a public defender. Can you afford a bond of $100?
Yes, I can.
Okay, then I'll reduce your bond to $100, but you can't go back there. You can't go to that Burger. I think it's a Burger King. You can't go back to anywhere where there's a trespass order. Okay. Good luck to you, Mr. Beloit. I'm sorry, this is the one I confused. She had competency issues. Are you Miss Blake?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Miss Blake. I'm going to appoint a public defender to help you with your cases. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. In that case, I'm going to give you a bond of $500. And then you have some cases in Osceola County for driving with license suspended, possession of drug paraphernalia. In those cases, I'll take no action. And then you also have a prostitution charge in case number 2019 CF 15875AO. In that case, I'm going to put her on pretrial release. Actually, your attorney will... Yes, ma'am?
So can I go home?
Okay, you do have to post a monetary bond. Actually, strike that. Any objection to me PTRing her on the new paraphernalia charge state? She previously had mental health issues.
PTR is okay.
Okay, PTR across the board. Thank you. Yes, you can go home.
I could go home?
Yes, I'm putting you on pretrial release. Just stay in touch with your
to do?
PTR and everything.
Here on the Osceola cases?
On the Osceola, we'll go ahead and no actioner. The next person is Delquain Charles.
Mental health, Your Honor.
Okay, he previously had competency issues and they're showing up in circuit court. In case, I'll appoint a public defender. Counsel, do you want to waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll go ahead and waive his appearance, take no action on the out on bond, and put him on state. Do you want to be heard? This is 1, 2, 3. This is his 7th out on bond case. In his new case, do you want to be heard?
Yes, the court to revoke the bonds or releases in those cases.
Okay. On the new case, I'm going to give him a bond of $500. You know what I want to, and on 19 MM 748AO. Actually, I'll keep a bit no action. Thank you. Was it mental or health or refuse? Ms. T, was that mental health or refusal?
Mental health.
Thank you. Rob, give him a second. The next case I'm calling up is Mansoor Rahman, case number 2020 MM3835.
He refused, Your Honor.
Thank you so much.
We'll waive his appearance, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to appoint a public defender. I'll stay the bond at $500. The next person up is arraignment for Reginald Noel. What's your name, sir?
Reginald, no.
Sir, do you have, do you see the PD already? Sir, do you want a public defender to help you with your case? That's a lawyer.
I'm supposed to having a lawyer about this week.
Okay.
Some family.
So you've been in jail for 43 days, or for 7 more days. Are you sure you don't want a lawyer right now? And you can hire your own attorney later?
You said 7 more days?
You were arrested on the 27th, so you've been in jail for 7 days on this. Do you want a public defender?
No, ma'am.
Sir, you're here for a violation of probation. It's alleged that while you were on probation for driving under the influence, you committed new offenses of trafficking in methamphetamine, MDMA, ecstasy, tampering with evidence, possession of drug paraphernalia. Additionally, there are some technical violations. You didn't complete DUI counterattack school and victim awareness panel, and you didn't pay your cost of supervision. At this point, I'll enter denials as to all of those allegations, and we'll reset your case for a violation of probation hearing. Thank you.
VOP status hearing will be July 17th, 8:30 a.m. Courtroom 6C.
The next person I have is Nelson Ruben Melendez.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. You're here for a charge of driving with license suspended. You do have a public defender that's assisting you with your case.
No, ma'am.
Corrections, is anything else holding him?
He is on probation, Your Honor.
Sir, if I'm going to PDs, it is showing as an appointment to any. If you would like to resolve this case, the offer is an adjudication, 10 days in the county jail. I would suggest that you actually speak with your attorney before accepting that. It actually require you to. She is present in this courtroom. It would violate your probation. Do you want to enter a plea of not guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay, I'll say not guilty and stay in touch with your attorney. I have on my paperwork that you do have a public defender. Thank you. We're going to give you a court date.
Oh, that's far.
Pretrial conference day will be.
Excuse me. Huh?
June 22nd. 8 a.m. Courtroom 6B.
Yes, sir. Keep in mind all of your statements are being recorded and can be used against you. Yes, sir. Do you want to say something?
You said I could have 10 days for the charge of no driving unsuspended?
Yes, but it will violate your probation.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We'll keep that plea of not guilty. Jacqui Abbott is next. What is your name?
Jacqui Abbott.
Mr. Abbott, you're here in case number 1070-1157 for a writ. I'm going to go ahead and release you on this case, but you do have to appear for your next court appearance on July 6th at 11:30 telephonically, and this will be on both of your this will be in your paperwork. Do you have any other questions, Mr. Abbott?
No, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sir, what's your name?
Ryan James Bertula.
Okay, thank you. Corrections, I'm going to appoint a public defender. That's a lawyer to help you with your case. Corrections, can I have the case number for the VOP, for the probation?
It's actually pretrial release, the 2 out on bonds.
Okay, thank you. I see it. Sir, you were arrested for a new offense of aggravated battery on a pregnant person. Corrections, is the witness present?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I do find probable cause for that case. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. Mr. Bertola, no return to the scene of the crime, no contact with the victim, and possess no weapons. If you have weapons, they need to be surrendered to law enforcement. And I'm going to give you a one-time return to the scene of the crime. You must be accompanied by a police officer at that time. Sir, you're also out on bond in case number 20 MM343AW. Any objection to me proceeding to arraignment on that case, defense? So he can get a quicker court date?
Can I get a moment to just?
Sure. Yeah. It started as a felony. They downgraded it to a misdemeanor. If I arraign him, we'll have a pretrial. Otherwise, he'll have to wait to the next arraignment.
Yes, Your Honor, that's fine.
Sir, I'm going to go ahead and proceed to arraignment today. You do have a public defender. Counsel, you want me to enter pleas of not guilty on all counts?
Yes, please.
Enter pleas of not guilty. Go ahead and set it in the division. And then on the charge of driving with license suspended, I'll go ahead and enter a plea of not guilty and set that for arraignment as well. On both of those cases, he'll be held at no bond. Thank you. Follow me. The out on pretrial release cases, I no bonded him on everything, and we proceeded to arraignment. So plea of not guilty, given dates. Thank you. I'm revoking. He's on. Is he PTR?
He's PTR on both cases, Your Honor.
Yes, I'm revoking his PTR. That makes sense, right? The paperwork? Revoke, no bond. Arraign. Proceed to arraignment because he hasn't been arraigned on those yet. Are you Mr. Gandy?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Gandy, do you want a public defender to help you with your new charges?
Yes, ma'am. I never knew I had new charges. Yes, ma'am. I don't know.
Okay. Case number 2020 CF 65230. It's alleged, and I find probable cause, that on or about May 24th, you committed the offenses of battery, domestic violence, violation of an injunction, attempted kidnapping, tampering with a witness to hinder communication, and aggravated assault. I'm going to set bonds. Count 1, $100. Count 2, $100. On the attempted kidnapping, $150. On the tampering with witness, $150. And on the aggravated stalking, $3,500. Sir, you're also out on bond in case numbers 2020 CF 1855 for I'm revoking your bond on that and holding you at no bond. That's a failure to report, as well as violation of an injunction in case number 2020 MM3339. I'm revoking your bond and holding you at no bond on that. Thank you, Mr. Gandy. The conditions are that you have no contact with the victim, abide by all injunctions, and possess no weapons, no return to the scene of the crime. Heatram Harishand.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Harishand, good morning. You're here. You were arrested for case number 6534. Do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
Ma'am, I talked to my mistress this morning, and she said she wouldn't press charges, ma'am.
Okay. Is the victim present?
No,
Corrections?
Your Honor.
No.
All right. Based on these charges, I'm going to appoint a public defender. Probable cause has been found. Sir, I'm setting your bond at $3,500 on count 1, $100 on count 2, for a total of $3,600. Sir, even though she said she would press no charges, I'm going to go ahead and court order that you not have contact with her. No return to the home. Maintain a separate residence. If you need to collect some belongings, I'll give you a one-time exception, but you have to have a police officer. So no weapons, no contact, and reside separately.
Okay.
Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Can I have that?
Sir, what's your name?
Romeo Herrera.
Mr. Herrera, do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
I'm not sure if my attorney's on it yet, but for now, I guess I'll take a public defender.
Okay, I'll appoint a public defender. Is the victim present, corrections?
No, no, Your Honor.
All right, I do find probable cause for the charges of robbery, sudden snatching, battery, domestic violence, and stalking. Based on these offenses and these charges, on the robbery, I'll set your bond at $1,500. Battery and stalking, $100 apiece for a total of $1,700. You're to have no contact with the victim, no return to the scene of the crime, possess no weapons, and maintain a separate residence. Mr. Herrera, I'll give you a one-time return to collect your belongings, but you do need to be accompanied by a police officer.
Yes,
Do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm good to go.
Your Honor, the next person on the docket, Charles Pearson, hospital.
Okay, I'll go ahead and appoint a public defender. Counsel, do you want me to reset it to within his release, within 1 day of his release, or do you want to waive?
I think we can waive.
Isn't the burglary with a battery a PBL, Your Honor?
Pardon me?
Isn't the burglary with a battery a
Do you want
PBL?
to be heard on bond, State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what kind of bond are you seeking?
It's a punishable by life offense. Your
So what
Honor.
kind of bond are you seeking?
No bond.
Okay. I do find that there is proof evident presumption great based on the facts therein. I'll hold him at no bond on count 1. And on count 2, the battery set bond at $100, the aggravated assault $150, and the 2 counts of aggravated battery with $150 apiece. No contact with the victims, no return to the scene of the crime, and possess no weapons. And his appearance has been waived. Thank you, State. I just couldn't hear you. The next person is Mr. Smith, Ramon Smith.
And there is a victim here, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Can I have Miss Adams raise her right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you'll give today is the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
And your full name?
Well, known as Zamora Adams.
Miss Adams, is this your boyfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you live together?
Yes.
Are you in fear of him?
No.
Do you want him to return home?
Yes.
Do you want to have unrestricted contact to him?
That mean like we can be together, like see each other? And
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Smith, do you want a lawyer to help you with this case? Mr. Smith, that's you. Okay, I'll appoint a public defender to help you. State defense, any questions for the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. Has anything like this happened before? Has there ever been violence between you before?
No.
That's all, Your Honor.
Defense, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Based on your criminal history, I'm going to set your bond at $500. You're to have no hostile contact with Ms. Adams, and you're not to possess any weapons. If you own any weapons, they do need to be surrendered to law enforcement before the end of the day. Ms. Adams, were there any drugs or alcohol involved in this?
No.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me, Ms. Adams?
Are we able to like see each other or not?
Yes, he can go back and live at home. He just can't have any weapons and no hostile contact with you. Does that make sense to you? Ms. Adams?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any questions for me, Mr. Smith?
No, ma'am.
All right, stay in contact with your attorney. Good luck to you, Mr. Smith.
I'll take it.
Next person is Joel Valentine.
Step up.
Corrections, Mr. Valentine is on probation. Where is he on probation out of?
It's an interstate compact. It looks like parole. The case number is 1585501.
All right, Mr. Valentine, you're here for an Orange County charge of battery domestic violence. Do you want a public defender lawyer to help you with your case?
Yes.
I do find probable cause for this offense, and you are entitled to a bond. Is Susanna Valentine present? Corrections?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. State, do you want to be heard on bond?
For the court, Your Honor.
Defense, do you want to be heard?
Defer to the court.
Sir, how long have you lived in Orlando?
It's gonna be 1 year.
And do you have any family here?
No.
Just your spouse?
Yes.
We do ask the court to consider that he's a multi-state offender, Your Honor.
I am considering the fact that you have a record outside of the state of Florida and you don't have a lot of ties to the community. So I'm going to set your bond at $1,500. I'm also ordering no contact with the victim of this case, Susanna. I believe that's her name. You're to have no contact with Susanna. You need to maintain a separate residence. If you need to collect your belongings, I'll allow for a one-time return as long as you're accompanied by a police officer. And you're also not allowed to have any weapons. Any weapons that you own need to be surrendered within 5 hours of your release from jail, Mr. Valentine. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Next person is Jesus Almanza
Yes.
Moreno. Sorry, I mispronounced that, sir. Sir, you're here in case number 2020 CF5218. There is a probable cause order for you, and the conditions are that you have no contact with any victims, co-defendants, or witnesses, and no return to the scene of the crime. Your bond is $20,000. Do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
Yes.
I'll appoint a public defender. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay.
The next case is Lucas Bowers. Mr. Bowers, I have a number of cases that I'll be addressing with you. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sir, you're already out on bond. I'll address that in a moment. And your new cases are 2020 CF 6555. You were arrested for a charge of possession of cocaine. I do find probable cause, and I'm staying the bond. In case number 20 CT 3377, you were arrested for a charge of driving with license suspended. I'll reduce that bond to $100, having found probable cause. In case number 2019 CF 10629AO, you're already out on bond pending a hearing on July 21st. I'm going to revoke your release as to all counts and hold you at no bond.
So my bond's revoked?
On your on your out on bond case is correct. They are revoked.
So I can't bond now?
The next person is Matthew Eze. Are you Mr. Eze?
Yes, Your Honor.
Corrections, will he qualify for pretrial release?
He didn't qualify due to the information that was given by his community tie.
Okay. Sir, are you willing to go to a detox program?
Is it mandatory? I mean,
Okay. I'll go ahead and appoint a lawyer that's a public defender to help you with your case. I find probable cause for the charges as possession of heroin and drug paraphernalia.
I'm willing to do the treatment program.
All right. State any objection to pretrial release, abide and enroll in detox program within 15 days?
No objection, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to put you on pretrial release.
Thank you.
I'm actually going to give you 15 days to start a detox program plus pretrial release. You're not to possess, use, or consume any illegal drugs or have any drug paraphernalia, and you'll be subject to testing in 30 days.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Christopher Garcia.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me a moment, Mr. Garcia. Corrections, does he have any reporting requirements?
It is not showing that he has any reporting requirements, but he is on state probation.
Okay. Has probation already been addressed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it on view? Okay. Sir, you're here for an on-view charge, an add-on charge in case number 2020 CF 6529. Sir, you were arrested for armed burglary of a conveyance, and grand theft of a firearm. State, do you want to be heard on count one?
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant gained access to the victim's car and removed a Smith & Wesson handgun, breaking off the handle to the glove compartment. And there is video surveillance capturing the defendant pulling on the door handles in the area, including the victim's vehicle. After entering the vehicle, the defendant...
Oh, I have an affidavit, but what kind of bond are you seeking on count one?
No bond.
Okay. So you're asking me to find a presumption, proof evident presumption great?
Proof evident presumption great. There was the video, and he became armed when he took the Smith & Wesson.
Defense, you want to be heard?
Your Honor, we defer the matter to the court.
All right, I'll go ahead and hold them at no bond on count one. On count two, modify to 150. Count three, stay the bond. I do find probable cause and proof evident presumption great. You're not to possess any weapons, nor are you to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victims or witnesses. Good luck to you, sir.
Oh, Your Honor,
What's your...
the next person on the docket, General Nazia.
Yes.
Medical. I apologize.
Okay, I'll appoint a public defender in that case. Do you want to waive, or do you want him to be rolled over?
We can waive her appearance, Your Honor.
Appearance waived. Stay the bond at $1,000. No return to the scene of the crime. Sir, what's your name?
Jeffrey Gilbert.
Mr. Gilbert, do you want a lawyer to help you with your case?
Yes.
Public defender? All right, I'll appoint a public defender in case number 2020 CF 6541. Sir, I find probable cause for these charges. You were arrested for grand theft, third degree. State, what's your position on pretrial release before I go through the offenses? Any objection? He qualifies.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, on count one, I find you were arrested for grand theft, third degree. I'll put you on pretrial release. Count two, burglary of a conveyance. I'll set your bond at $1,000 plus pretrial release. And finally, criminal mischief. I'll place you on pretrial release. No return to the scene of the crime. No contact with the victim.
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to you, sir. Casey Hurt.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me just a moment. State, any objection to me making an offer on her notice to appear from April 21st?
Which case, Your Honor?
2020 MM 335180. Petty theft, notice to appear. It would be a 3-day jail offer. Any objection, State?
I don't have the records on that, Your Honor. So I would defer to the court.
Ma'am, if you want an attorney at any time, let me know. If you would like to resolve your petty theft case, they gave you papers from the Walmart. I would go ahead and do an adjudication. You'd be sentenced to 3 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days. That means you'd be released tomorrow on that charge. And then you also have a new offense of criminal mischief, and I would keep your bond at, and I would set your bond at $500 on that. Do you want a lawyer, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
So
do you want to?
I'm sorry. You
No,
said
what
I
were you
could.
gonna say? Talk.
Okay. Yeah. So you said my bond is lowered to 500.
I'll lower your bond on the criminal mischief charge to $500.
Okay.
And then on the petty theft, the offer is an adjudication, 3 days with credit for 2. You'd be released tomorrow, and you'd have to pay your court cost.
Okay.
Do you want to accept that?
Yes, I would like to accept that. How much is the court cost?
302? $323, but I'll give you until February of next year to pay.
Thank you.
Okay. How do you plead to the charge of petty theft that occurred at Walmart? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
And did anybody force you to say no contest?
No, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medicine that's affecting your understanding?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you will be subject to deportation by pleading to this charge?
Yes.
And if you were on probation when you committed that offense, by entering a plea today, your terms of probation would be violated. Do you understand that?
Yes.
In that case, I'll go ahead and accept your plea. I'll adjudicate you, sentence you to 3 days, giving you until February 1st of 2021 to pay your court costs. They'll get some fingerprints from you. On the criminal mischief, no return to the scene of the crime, no contact, set bond at $500. Are you going to be able to afford that $500 bond?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Brian Johnson is next. Are you Mr. Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you're here for a violation of community control in case number 14 CF 10468. You were placed on community control for robbery with a firearm and attempted robbery with a firearm. It's alleged that you didn't pay your cost of supervision. You committed a new offense of possession. You tested positive for marijuana, and you failed to pay your drug testing fees. You'll be held at no bond status. I'll appoint a public defender to help you with your cases. Good luck to you, sir. I'm gonna lose my voice. Sir, what's your name?
Michael Jones.
Mr. Jones, you're here for two new cases. Case number 2020 CF 6559. Do you want 65560? Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go ahead and appoint a public defender. I find probable cause. You were arrested for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Set bond at $4,000. Possession of firearm by a convicted felon, count 2, $150. You were arrested for 2 counts of carrying a concealed weapon. Your bond is $100 apiece. 2 counts of grand theft, third-degree firearm, $150 apiece. And driving with license suspended or revoked as a habitual offender, I'll set that bond at $150. You're not to possess any weapons and no contact with any victims or witnesses. You're also out on bond in 2019 CF 10487 for a charge of battery. You do have an upcoming trial, so I'm revoking your bond and holding you at no bond in your out on bond case. Good luck to you, sir. The next person is Christopher Caston. Good morning. Are you Mr. Caston?
Yes.
Do you want a public defender to help you with your charges?
Yes.
State what's your position on pretrial release?
Defer the court.
Defense?
Your Honor, we'd ask you to consider pretrial release.
Okay. Sir, I find probable cause for all of these offenses, and I'll go ahead and modify your bonds. Possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver, $1,000 plus pretrial release. Possession of methamphetamines with a weapon, $1,000 plus pretrial release. Possession of Xanax, possession of controlled substance, possession of heroin, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'll put you on pretrial release for all of those. I'm also ordering that you not possess any weapons, nor are you to possess, use, or consume any illegal drugs. You'll be subject to random drug testing within 30 days of your release. Good luck to you, Mr. Caston.
Thank you.
Next person is John Kastner. Are you Mr. Kastner?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Kastner. Do you want a public defender for your new charges?
Yes, ma'am. Could
Sir,
I
you were arrested.
could
What?
I say something?
Counsel? That's your lawyer talking.
Excuse me, Mr. Kastner, I would advise you to not speak about the facts of your case.
No, I'm not talking about my case. I wanted to know, like, is it a way I could get, like, pretrial release or something with an anchor month? Because I got a sick mom out there, and, like, right now I don't know who's going to give her medication and stuff like that. Like, I'm kind of lost right now, like, honestly.
Hey, did you file on the felony case? The 2020 CF 2963? Okay, I got it.
I just don't know what to do right now. You get what I'm saying? My mom's sick. A dude's going back to court from killing my sister, shooting her in the head and stuff like that. So,
Sir, the state has filed formal charges against you from your arrest in back in March. So on your sale and delivery of cocaine charge, I am going to revoke your release and hold you at no bond status. On the new charges, possession of cocaine and possession of cannabis, I will stay those bonds, having found probable cause. Thank you, Mr. Kastner. I'm denying your request.
Could I say one more thing? So I
No,
don't.
thank you, sir.
So what happened? What?
Mr. Kastner, I'll have your attorney get in touch with you.
Are you Leo Lejeune?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lejeune, good morning. You're here for two different cases. Do you want a public defender for your grand theft charge?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go ahead and appoint a PD for that case. Sir, you're also already out on bond and you have a public defender for a charge of no valid driver's license. Sir, if you want to resolve that case today, I will do an adjudication, time served, and you'll be released, and you'll also owe court costs, and on the grand theft, I'll give you a bond. Sir, do you want to plead to the charge of no valid driver's license? It's one of your older cases.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to that charge? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
Do you need any time to talk to your attorney before doing a no contest plea?
No, ma'am.
All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication that's affecting your understanding?
No, ma'am.
And sir, do you understand that if you were on probation when you committed this offense back in January of this year, your probation terms would be violated?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you will be subject to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And do you need any more time to talk to your lawyer about that January case?
No, ma'am.
I think he has 7 days plus 2. All right, sir. In that case, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to time served for the time that you did on the no valid driver's license. I'll give you until February 1st of 2021 to pay your court costs. Sir, you also have a new charge of grand theft motor vehicle. I do find probable cause for that, and I'll stay that bond at $1,000. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
State that was one of my cases, and it's already been in trial postures. Michelle Lubkamp.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. You're here for a charge of possession of fentanyl, possession of cocaine, and possession of drug paraphernalia, as well as failing to appear on other charges. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In case number 2019 CF 1125780, you'll remain at no bond status. You are entitled to bonds on your new cases. I'll go ahead on the fentanyl, $1,000, cocaine, $150, and paraphernalia, $100 for a new total of $1,250. Stay in touch with your attorney, Ms. Lubkamp. Thank you. Next person is Douglas Lindemoot. You're here in case number 2020 CF 6519 for a charge of burglary of an occupied dwelling. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I find probable cause. I'll stay the bond at $5,000. No return to the scene of the crime, and no contact with any of those victims and witnesses. Good luck to you, Mr. Lindemoot. Next person is Luis Lopez.
He bonded Your Honor.
Demeric Mondesir.
He's coming.
Sir, tell me your name.
Dimitri Mondesha.
Sir, do you want a public defender that's a lawyer to help you with your criminal charges?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a public defender.
Okay, I'll appoint a public defender. You were arrested for trafficking in methamphetamines greater than 14 grams, as well as possession of cocaine. I do find probable cause. Based on your criminal history, I'm going to stay the bonds and order that you not possess, use, or consume any illegal drugs.
I mean, I'm trying to see if it's possible if I could get a lower bond amount.
Defense, anything you want me to consider?
PTR, he qualifies.
I'm going to deny the request for PTR based on his high risk.
We ask the court to stay the bonds based on the amount and in the history.
How long have you lived in Florida? And defense, if you have any objection to me asking these questions, how long have you lived in Florida?
I've been living in Florida all my life, man.
Corrections, do you know when his last conviction was, either felony or misdemeanor?
Last conviction was 2010 of duelist.
Okay.
Your Honor, would you consider a bond reduction of $25,000 for the first count?
I'll do that. I'll do $25,000 plus PTR on count 1 and PTR on count 2. Sir, I'm also ordering, again, if I haven't done it already, that you not possess, use, or consume any illegal drugs. And you'll also be subject to random testing 30 days after your release, but your bond is reduced to $25,000. Thank you, Mr. Potts.
Thank you.
What's your name, please?
Gabriel Oliver.
Mr. Oliver, you already have a public defender. I'm sorry, you don't have a public defender. You have Mr. Cheek representing you, and you're out on bond on a charge of burglary and grand theft. I'm going to revoke your release pending trial. You also have a charge of driving with license suspended with knowledge, which is a misdemeanor offense. And then a new charge of carrying a concealed weapon, and I do find probable cause. On the carrying a concealed weapon, I'll go ahead and stay that bond. Again, I've already revoked your bond on your old offense. Give me a moment to find your other case.
Your Honor, the driving while suspended license was removed as a fat this morning.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. All right, thank you. No action on that case. Courtney said that the driving with license suspended, it was removed from the list, 19C7154. It's already closed. No action on it. She entered a plea. I revoked the burglary, the CF case, and I stayed the bond on the new case stand. Okay, thank you, sir. You do have a public defender on the new case. Jason Raymer?
He refused, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll go ahead and appoint a public defender in case number 2020 CF 6533. He was arrested for possession of heroin with a weapon. And I do find probable cause for that as well as the paraphernalia. I'll stay the bonds with the condition of no weapons, no drugs. Do you like when I put him up? Do you want to waive his appearance?
Waive his appearance, Your Honor.
Do you want me to keep this upside down? No? Okay. Are you, your name, please? What's your name?
Tell her your name.
Cedrica Robinson.
Okay, thank you. Corrections, what case is the VOP number?
1902976.
All right. You're here in case number 19 CF 2976AO. Do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am. I had a public defender on the other case, so.
We'll keep your public defender. You failed to appear for your court date. Your bond is going to be set at $0, so no bond.
And Your Honor.
Let me take a look. Yeah, is that correction speaking?
You said no bond, ma'am?
Yeah, you got arrested at no bond status. Let me take a look at this.
I was trying to see, can I get a bond status today? Because I have to be to work tomorrow. Like, I called out today.
All right, this is actually for a violation of probation. I'm going to deny your request, and you'll remain at no bond status. They can move for bond in front of Judge Barber. Good luck to you, ma'am.
In Your Honor, before the next defendant, I just had a question about Mr. Raymer.
Yes, what's going on, Mr.
There was a bond correction on count 1 that set the bond at 0. So are you leaving the bond at 0 for count 1?
No. I'm following the bond schedule on that. I believe it's usually 1,000. No, wait, was it heroin with a weapon? Give me a moment. Can I see that? Sorry, I didn't know there was. On count 1, the possession of heroin with a weapon, $7,500. I'll stay that. Or I'll just set it at $7,500 since there was a bond correction.
Thank you.
We didn't have it. Just set it at $7,500. Thank you, everybody. Markeith Scott is next. Are you Mr. Scott?
He bonded, Your Honor. Scott.
Okay, thank you. What's your name, sir?
DeAndre Stevens, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Stevens. Thanks for your patience this afternoon. Do you want a public defender to help you with your cases?
No, ma'am. I just want 30 seconds to speak if I can.
I do want to, hold on. I do want to remind you that everything you are saying is being recorded and your statements can be used against you to prove these crimes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Go ahead.
Only thing I'm saying, I'm in here for hearsay, something that happened, I guess, a couple weeks ago or whatever, pertaining my name got brought up in something. I don't have no phase of peers.
Mr. Stevens, good morning. My name is Zara Manaki. I'm a public defender. I would advise you to not speak about the facts of your case, and I'll have an attorney reach out to you.
Okay, well, only thing I'm asking, ma'am, can I get a bond? Can I bond out? Because it's only my mother and my daughter, and I'm the man of the house. I don't have no favorite peers. I just want a bond, ma'am. That's all I ask. Get home to my child and my mother. I don't have no favorite peers. I come to court as a man. I stand as a man.
All right, you do have a bond in case number 2020 CF6342. You were arrested for 2 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm. In those counts, I'll go ahead and order that you have no contact with the victim, no return to the scene of the crime, and give me a moment to check something.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. On count 1, I'll set the bond, the aggravated assault bond, I'll modify it to $2,500. That is an increase based on the facts and number of cases.
Yes, ma'am.
On the aggravated assault with the firearm, stay it at $1,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you also have case number 2020 CF6552. You were arrested for possession of cocaine. I find probable cause. I'll treat it as a subsidiary and set bond at $150.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you're already out on bond. You do have an attorney on that. Let me take a look at that case. Mr. Stevens, based on these new offenses and pending trial, I'm going to revoke your bond in 19 CF 17518. You'll be held at no bond. You can contact your attorney, Mr. Reese.
Okay.
Christopher Taylor. Are you Mr. Taylor?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Taylor, based on these offenses, I'll go ahead and appoint a public defender in all of your cases. Sir, you were arrested for, well, I'll start with your Volusia County cases. The officer did an on-view. Based on his arrest, you're being held at no bond status on your Volusia County cases. Corrections, was he already I-8 on the fentanyl and cannabis charge? Because I don't have that paperwork.
No, he's scheduled for today.
Okay. Give me a moment for PC.
Lester, I want to wear
Oh, I found it. Thank you. Sir, you will have a public defender. You were just released from Orange County Jail for a charge of aggravated battery in case number 2020 CF 6087. I'm revoking your bond, holding you at no bond status. For the possession of fentanyl, stay the bond at $1,000. Cannabis, stay the bond at $100. And on the driving with license suspended, I'll reduce that to a $100 bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Taylor.
Thanks.
Kyle Van Zant is next. Are you Mr. Van Zant?
Yes, ma'am.
Based on these charges, I'll appoint a public defender to assist you with your case. State, do you want to be heard on bond on any of these as far as amount?
Yeah, on two of my charges, I don't have.
Okay, give me a second. I just don't want you to say anything
All right.
that could be used against you, and you want a lawyer to help you anyway, right?
No, ma'am, I don't, not at the moment.
Do you want a public defender?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's a lawyer. State.
We ask the court to stay the bonds, including no bond on counts 1 and 3.
Your Honor, we'd ask you to set a reasonable bond on counts 1 and 3 and stay the bonds on counts 2 and 4, please.
You know what? Give me a second to double check something. Here's what I'll do. On count 1, I'm setting your bond at $50,000. On count 2, stay it at $1,000. On count 3, $75,000. And on count 4, stay the bond at $2,500. All right. Sir, I'm also ordering that you not possess any weapons. You're also not allowed to possess, use, or consume any illegal drugs. You'll be subject to drug testing through the Pretrial Release program to begin in 30 days.
Wait, so
Luck to you,
what
sir.
does that mean? What is a pretrial release?
I'm not putting you on pretrial release, but I am putting you on drug testing. Christopher Vieira is next. Are you Mr. Vieira?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Vieira, do you want a public defender that's a lawyer to help you with your case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you're here for a charge of possession of methamphetamine as well as possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you want monetary bond or pretrial release? Which one do you want?
Monetary bond.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and stay the bonds. Your total bond is $1,100. Thank you, sir. John Wilson is next. Are you Mr. Wilson?
Yes, ma'am.
You want a public defender, that's a lawyer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Corrections, does he have any history?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, I'm going to put you on the pretrial release program. I find probable cause for burglary of a conveyance and grand theft 3rd degree. And you're not to have any contact with the victim of this case and no return to the scene of the crime.
All right.
What's your name?
Terrence Wooden.
Mr. Wooden, you're here for a charge of possession of MDMA. I do find probable cause. Do you want a lawyer to help you with this case?
No.
All right. Can you afford a bond of $1,000?
I don't know.
Corrections, can you qualify him?
He didn't qualify due to unstable housing, unstable unemployment, and
Okay, then I'll reduce his bond to $500. And because he's staying in custody, I'll temporarily appoint the public defender. Thank you. Next person is Casillas Malcolms. Mr. What's your name, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Cassius Malcolms.
Sorry, just taking me a minute to find your case. Sir, you were arrested for an Orange County court case of petty theft. State, what's the plea offer? Or do you want me to make one?
Your Honor, he's on state probation.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm going to appoint a public defender because you are on probation and there is a warrant for out of county. I find probable cause for the new charge of petty theft. I'll state the bond at $250. And then you have an old warrant, case number 13MM163280. That bond will be set at $1,000. And we'll enter a plea of not guilty. Is that okay with you, defense? This is a 2013 case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
I don't think that's right.
Xavier Hernandez is next.
Your Honor, can you give us a jail number?
On Hernandez, the book. Give me a moment. Jail number is. Do this. Oh, in 200-12409.
Bonded, Your Honor.
Okay, Hernandez bonded.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your name, please? Step up to the podium.
Hi, ma'am. How you doing? Doya Wilson.
Good morning. Good afternoon, Ms. Wilson. Let's talk about your cases. You have case number 19CT7320. It was a court date for no valid driver's license. Well, before we talk anymore, do you want a public defender to help you with everything?
Yes.
Okay. Are you feeling okay?
No, I feel very fatigued and sickly. I'm
Okay,
almost 8 months pregnant.
So will you be, I know you're tired and sickly, but would you understand a plea offer if I gave you one?
Yes.
Okay. State defense chime in if there's anything I need to consider, because I'm also considering the age of these cases.
Okay, I just need a moment, Your Honor, to check.
Let me know if does either side need the case numbers?
Could I ask for, could I get a bond reduction? By any chance? Because I don't work, and that's like very high for me.
State, my biggest concern is the leaving the scene of an accident case. I have a factual basis. I can reserve on restitution. Oftentimes it's not an issue. Do you have any recommendations for a global plea offer on these 3 cases? Ones that she's arrested on because she failed to appear. No valid, 2 counts, and leaving the scene.
I wasn't sure that I wasn't sure when I had court, when I missed court, you know. I wasn't sure about that. I was in an abusive relationship.
Just plead the no valid, Your Honor.
That doesn't. I mean, state hasn't filed an information. Let me take a look at this. And it's an October offense, so.
Your Honor, the defense has no objection to a global plea offer.
Okay.
If she's interested.
Ma'am, you have a case from 2015 for no valid driver's license. If you would like to resolve that 2015 case, the offer is a withhold plus court cost, and I'll give you until March of 2021 to pay that. You also have a second case from 2019 for a charge of no valid driver's license. If you would like to plea to that, you would be adjudicated, you would get time served, and you'd also have to pay court cost.
Yes, ma'am.
And on the leaving the scene of an accident, you would need to come back to court. I would release you ROR on that case. What would you like to do on those criminal charges?
I would like to take that plea.
Okay. For the 2015 offense of no valid driver's license, do you plead guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
And for the 2019 offense of no valid driver's license, how do you plead?
No contest.
Ma'am, do you understand that if you were on probation at the time you committed either of those offenses, by pleading today, your terms of probation would be violated?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you're not a United States citizen, you will be subject to deportation by pleading to those charges. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you understand everything that's going on? I know you're not feeling well because you're pregnant, but do you understand everything that we've talked about?
Yes, so I will be released.
Well, on those two cases, you have 2 other cases.
Okay.
Do you need any more time to talk to your lawyer? She's in this building with me, so.
Yes. I would like to know what's going to be going on with the other 2 cases.
But on the other 2 cases, there's no plea offer. So on this case, do you want to take this plea or do you want to just cancel that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. On the 2 new cases, on the 2015 case, I'll withhold adjudication, impose court costs, pay by March 1st of 2021. On case number 19 CT 7320, the no valid driver's license, I'll adjudicate, time served, pay court costs on that case by July 1st of 2021. On the leaving the scene of an accident, I'm releasing her ROR. And then you also have a domestic relations writ of bodily attachment. You do have a purge in that case of $4,000. Okay, so that's for your family law case. But your ROR on the leaving the scene. You do need to appear for your next court date.
Okay.
Can you hold her at standby? Can you make Miss Wilson wait for just a moment? Let me send an email. Just. Okay, we'll pass. We're going to see what we can do on that writ for civil contempt. Thank you, Ms. Wilson. Ms. T, what happened with Mr. Roby? Inmate number 200123663. Did he bond?
What was that last one again, Your Honor?
Last name is Roby, inmate number 2001-2363, ma'am.
Which second? Bonded, Your Honor.
Okay, bonded, thank you. Giuseppe Carbone?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, are you Mr. Carbone?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Carbone, you're here for a charge of trespass Trespass on property other than a structure, I do find probable cause. If you would like to resolve this criminal case today, the offer is an adjudication, 5 days, and you have credit for 2, so you'd be released in a few days. Do you want to accept that offer?
Yes.
All right. How do you plead to the charge of trespass? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
Do you understand what no contest means?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you were on probation when you committed this offense, by pleading today, your terms of probation would be violated?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you're not a United States citizen, you will be subject to deportation by pleading to this charge.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need any more time to speak with an attorney about this case?
No, ma'am.
All right, at this time, I'll adjudicate you guilty, order no return to the scene of the crime, abide by all trespass orders. I'm sentencing you to 5 days with credit for 2, and I'll give you until February 1st of 2021 to pay your court costs. You have 30 days to appeal. Thank you, Mr. Carbone.
All right.
Next person is Willie Davis. No, Are you Mr. Davis?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Mr. Davis. You're here for a charge of trespass. I find probable cause. If you want to plead to this charge, the offer is a a withhold. You'd be released today, and you'd have to pay your court cost by February, and you can't go back to the scene of the crime. Do you want to accept that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication, or do you have any health conditions that's affecting your understanding right now?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, by entering a plea, you will be subject to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
If you were on probation when you committed this offense, do you understand that your terms of probation would be violated by entering a plea?
Yes.
How do you plead to the charge of trespass? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay, guilty means you did it. Is that what you wanted to do today?
No.
To say you're guilty? No, guilty means that you did this and then you would be pleading and you'd be released.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do? Okay. Do you need any time to talk to a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. I have a lawyer here. Counsel, do you want to talk to him?
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
it's hard to speak with you about the facts of your case because we're on record. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Should I go forward with the time served plea? Because he has 30 days to withdraw. What do you want me to do, defense?
Yeah, sure. He's okay to plead.
So, sir, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty. I'll withhold adjudication. I'm imposing a time served sentence, meaning you'll be released today on these charges. And I'll give you until March 1st of 2021 to pay your court costs. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence. If you can't afford an appellate attorney, one would be appointed to represent you. You'll be released today. Good luck to you, sir.
All right.
Next up is Bobby Friend.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Mr. Friend, good morning. Good afternoon, rather. You're here for a charge of disorderly intoxication, and I do find probable cause. If you would like to resolve this case, you would be convicted, and you would have a 3-day jail sentence with credit for 2 days. That means you'd be released tomorrow. Do you want to talk to a lawyer about your case?
No, ma'am, plead no contest.
Okay. Sir, how are you pleading no contest to the charge of disorderly intoxication? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand what no contest means?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication, or do you have any health conditions that's affecting your understanding?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Friend, do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you will be subject to deportation by entering a plea to this charge?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you were, do you need any more time to consult with an attorney about your case?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll go ahead and find that you've entered a plea of no contest and waived your right to counsel. Adjudication, 3 days with credit for 2 days. And I'll give you until March 1st of 2021 to pay your court costs. You'll be released tomorrow, Mr. Friend. Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next person is Elwood Smith. Are you Mr. Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Smith, you're here in case number 2020 MM3836. You were arrested for charges of trespass and petty theft, and I do find that there's probable cause. State due an offer. I know he has a history, so.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, there is no plea offer on your case. I'll appoint a public defender, and I'm going to stay the bond. Your total bond is $600. No return to the scene of the crime. Good luck to you, sir.
So I gotta wait for another court date?
You can post your bond and still wait for another court date.
Oh, okay.
Your Honor, Sharon Thompson, mental health.
Your Honor, will waive his appearance.
I think this was reset for a plea. Arraignment set for 6. Okay, he already has an arraignment date for 6/18. We'll go ahead, enter plea of not guilty, and strike that. That's on case 3170. And then on case 2020 MM3830, appoint the PD. You've waived, and I'll stay the bond on that.
And Your Honor, we did place a FAT for that 317. Is it no action?
Let me check that. Because it was set for a plea, right? Is he in custody? He was ROR'd, and then he picked up the new offense. Do you want me to revoke his ROR and just give him a new bond so he can gain time on it?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm revoking his ROR based on the new offense. And I'll give him a new bond of $500, but he's already set for arraignment on June 18th.
What's that case number, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
It's 2020 MM 3170. 100, ma'am. Sorry for the wait. Can you tell me your name, please?
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Brandon Bullerin.
Sir, you're here for out-of-county warrants. It looks like they've been confirmed. So your warrants out of Volusia County are from organized scheme to defraud, unlawful use of a two-way communication device. In 2020, 100617, I'm staying those bonds. You also have a warrant in 2020, 213832 for uttering forged checks and grand theft. And your bond is a total of $60,000. Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, may I have a chance to speak, please?
I can't modify it because they're out of Volusia County, but our circuit is reaching out to their circuit to see if they're willing to modify it. And just a reminder, all of your statements are being recorded and can be used against you. Do you want me to appoint a public defender to help you with this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll do that. Are you sure you want to say anything?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll give you a brief moment to say something.
Okay, I have a quick question. I'm kind of confused about what's going on here. I've never...
There's a hold.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't give you legal advice.
Mr. Bullerin, I'll have an attorney reach out to you.
That's your attorney. She's going to have somebody meet you at the jail and explain what's going on.
All righty, thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, defense. Anthony Jones.
Can you pass, Your Honor?
Yes. Are we ready on Matthew Klein?
And he ROR, Your Honor. Matthew Klein ROR.
Okay. Cornelia Smith.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me your name, please?
Cornelia Smith.
Did I miss something on this? Mr. Smith, you're here for an out-of-county warrant. I'm going to temporarily appoint a public defender while you're in the Orange County Jail. You're being held at no bond status for a bond revocation on battery domestic violence, and another charge of battery domestic violence. No contact with the victim. Good luck to you, Mr. Smith. These are out of county. Volusia, thank you.
Your Honor, with Anthony Jones bonded.
Okay, Jones bonded.
Yes.
Pass. And what's your name, ma'am?
Satina Evans.
Ms. Evans, you're here in case number 2018 CF3892. You are here for a violation of probation for the underlying offense of criminal mischief. It's alleged that you failed to pay for your drug testing. And you did not do your community service. You'll be held at no bond, but I'll appoint a public defender to help you with your case.
Okay. I'm sorry. Can I say something, Judge?
Defense.
I actually.
Miss Evans, please don't speak about the facts of your case.
No, it's not like I'm in here basically here for no reason because I completed everything. I have proof. That's what I was saying. My attorney.
Okay. And the last person I have is Andre Peters. Are you Mr. Peters?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Peters, do you want a public defender to help you with your case?
Yes, please.
All right. In 2020 CF 488780, you were arrested for an offense of robbery, sudden snatching pursuant to a probable cause order. We'll stay your bond at $2,000, and you're to have no contact with the victim in that matter. And then you also have a violation of probation. Let's take a look at that. That's case number 2017-15567. State, I just want to make sure, what's the information date on that robbery, sudden snatching that was a refile? So he's not getting a VOP on an old case. Yeah, it was it was 19. So. All right. So pursuant to the on-view violation, you remain at no bond status in case for 17 CF 15567. Thank you, sir. I gave you a lawyer to help you with your case. Anything else over there, corrections?
Status hearing, Your Honor. The status hearings.
The status hearing. What's your name, sir?
Renard Jean.
Sir, you're here for a case out of Hendry County. I'm going to go ahead and release you on your own recognizance. You're not to possess, use, or consume any controlled substances without a prescription, and you'll be subject to random drug testing. You need to report to probation within 24 hours of your release. Your next court date in Hendry County is on June 22nd at 9 a.m.
Yes.
This will be on your paper.
Will I
Yes, sir.
Will I be reporting to court in Orlando or Hendry County?
Hendry County probation.
Okay, and the drug test will also be done in Hendry County also, or is it Orlando?
You live in Hendry County?
No, I live in Orlando. I just moved about a year ago.
Okay, you need.
No, I have the place I did the drug test. Is that because of the coronavirus, she never got the results. She sent me a letter in the mail stating that she needs everything by June 22nd, so I could be cleared of probation.
Where are you doing probation?
I was doing my probation in Hendry County, but my
You have to go to Hendry County to have it modified,
yes, ma'am.
and you report to them. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you. This should be on your paperwork.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Rafael Anthony Serrano. Good afternoon.
Sir, you're here for charges. Good afternoon. You're here for charges out of Osceola County, Florida, case number 20MM19. I'm going to go ahead and modify your bonds to $500 per count for a total of $1,000. You're to have no contact with any victims or witnesses. You're not to possess any weapons, and you must maintain a separate residence. If you need a one-time return, contact the law enforcement locally, and they'll accompany you to the residence to get your belongings.
Your
Good luck to you, sir.
Excuse me, Your Honor. So I get bonded out here. What happens after that?
You're going to have a court date?
Okay, I have a court date. Why am I not being released on the RN? And then I could just go to the court date like that. Why do I have to pay to be released from here when Osceola is not taking nobody at this very moment?
Well, that's why I'm giving you a bond of $500 per count, and you can talk to your attorney about why things were done or not done.
Okay, Your
All right?
Honor. Thank you. God bless you. Have a good day now.
And what happened to Tori and Griggs?
He bonded John.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Tori and Griggs. Okay, let's go ahead and do 33 days. Willie Wright, 2020